Yeah, TSA locks. Really, they're just a set of virtually pointless pseudo-security products that offer the vaguest slither, the smallest veneer of security and peace of mind for your luggage. I really don't like them. They often come either as padlocks or integrated into the luggage itself. The padlocks allow you to obviously stick to these through the eyes of two zippers or zips to keep your luggage closed and make you think that nobody's going to go in there and rifle through your dirty laundry. The truth is, of course, is that no matter who makes these locks, and multiple brands, lock brands, make these TSA locks. The TSA are just Travel Sentry. It's a company who makes a lock specification, 7 of them, I believe, that other lock companies can use. But no matter which lock company makes which lock and which keyway, they're usually, by and large, awful locks. They are often made badly. They often don't work right. This one, for example, is made entirely out of plastic and would only take only putting a key in here and twisting to snap this whole shackle assembly off. They're really, really awful. They quite honestly offer very little more security than just putting a zip tie onto your luggage, apart from the convenience of being able to take them on and off using a code or a key that they give. They really are bad. Not only that, the master keys which security agencies carry for these, because whilst different keys won't work in different locks of the same keyway type, there are a set of master keys which will work for each individual keyway type. So master key 4, keyway 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. Those were recently, the last couple of years, hacked, and you can actually 3D print, if you have access to a 3D printer, your own TSA lock master key. So you might be thinking, why hasn't this caused more of an uproar? Why are they still selling these locks? Well, for the reasons that I talked about earlier. They offer just a small peace of mind in regards to security, and they stop your zips from coming apart and spilling the contents of your luggage across the various conveyor belts in the airport. It's the only reason I can think of for using these locks. Now, what's this review about? Well, this is about a set of metal, I believe these are 3D printed master keys for all the TSA lock keyways from Multipick. Now, full disclosure, this set was sent to me by Multipick for this review. It's not a paid review, all thoughts are my own, and I have worked with Multipick before to bring some designs out to market, although I'm not paid by Multipick on the proceeds of any sales of any equipment, so I'm really not trying to sell you anything. Anyway, that's all my disclosure out of the way. Yeah, these are a set of beautifully manufactured master keys from Multipick for all the TSA lock keyways. This is a low volume product and has a very, very expensive manufacturing process. So these aren't cheap, and they're certainly not for everybody. We'll come on to the price a bit later. But do they work? Well, interestingly, something I found is that trying to get a collection of nearly all the keyways for TSA locks is really hard. Trying to scan eBay, but because most people don't care about the actual keyways themselves, which are numbered, when they're selling them, they don't tell you whether something is a TSA 7 or 4 or 2 or 3 or 5 or anything really. And that is really quite frustrating. But nevertheless, I've begged, borrowed, and, well, not stolen, but begged and borrowed a load of TSA locks from friends. And this is what I've come up with. So we do have a bunch of these, like I said, really nicely made TSA keys. And I guess what we'll do is we'll just grab a few of these and try them out, all different keyways. So this is a TSA 2. So all I'd do is I would find the number 2 key, and I'll try that out. This one's actually made by Master Lock. Pull that down. There you go. That's open. Clearly this one would work with a code 2. This one is quite interesting, and I suppose this does have a small advantage over using something like a cable tie, in that it's a detector lock. This is the TSA 7. This is the one which is most common. 9 times out of 10, if I find a TSA lock on sale in the UK, at the very least, it is a number 7. So just got to find 5, 6, 7. Ah, it's that one. So this is interesting because you'll see that when I use the key, imagine I must have somebody in, airport security, and I want to check somebody's luggage. I could open that up. You'll see this indicator pops up, and it won't go back down even if I relock the lock using the key, like that. So I'll turn that up like that, and we'll relock it. It stays up. It's only when you put the code in, unlock it using the code, that indicator goes back down. So at least you can tell, I guess, if somebody has been in. One of the funniest things about this is that there are extremely well-known exploits for zips on luggage, which means that you don't even need to pick, bypass, or otherwise these locks. You can just bypass the zip, and you'd never know somebody's been rifling through your dirty laundry on the way back from holiday. So yeah, like I said, these are by and large relatively pointless locks, but I can see why people still use them. This one's an interesting one, the TSA 4, and this isn't one from my collection. I've never seen one of these on sale, so it's really cool. And this just appears to be, I don't know, like an old warded lock. You just turn it and then you can pull the shackle up. Yeah, I've never actually owned one of those. What's this one? This one's an interesting one and demonstrates the master keying system which is used here, the TSA master keying system. Here is the actual key for this lock. This is a dimple key, very cool. Probably, if out of all of them, one of the better security versions of these. And you can see here that that opens up very nicely. But it also opens up with the master key, as you would expect. So put that in and turn it, there you go. And you can see what we're talking about here in terms of differences, in that the bittings here are actually a little bit different. So you can see here that it's all roughly the same, but at this point, you can see that this is such a high cut, it doesn't even have a dimple. This has a small dimple. So there is some kind of wafer system in here, which allows this lock to operate with more than one key type. And I don't know exactly how many key variants there are across the full TSA range, but there must be a few to make sure that you can't use the same key on every lock. This one is a TSA 3. A lot of these don't actually come with keys. The only reason you'd ever be able to use one of these locks is if you picked the lock yourself using, I don't know, a hairpin or a lockpick set. They really don't require a lot of effort. And yeah, so the only reason the keyways are here are for security agencies. So let's have a look at this one. This is that's a 2. The last one was a 3, so we've got to find the 2. That's the 2. I think we've been through pretty much all of them now. This is one of the worst quality ones. I have to say this one, because it's a full plastic like shackle retaining thing here. It's really bad. This must be another 7. It's a different configuration, but it's still a 7. And I think this one is you turn it like that, and then you pull that down to do that, and then do that and unlock it again. Yeah, so I mean, it clearly works. These clearly work on all different types. I think we've tried it. What was it on 2s, 7s, 4s, 3s, 6s, and yeah, they're really very, very cool. So you might be thinking, well, who would need these? And the truth of the matter is, lockpicking hobbyists would not need these. Locksmiths, probably not. A private security, yes. Port security, other security forces, likely. Pen testers, maybe. People who buy a lot of second-hand luggage at auction just want something convenient to open up suitcases instead of using, bolt croppers and stuff like that and risk damaging the zips. Yeah, possibly them as well. There's a few edge cases where you can see that people would want a robust set of TSA master keys. Would the average person need one of these? Absolutely not. Like I said, very much an edge case, a very low volume product, but a very cool one at that, and certainly one which works extremely well. How much are these? Well, as you might expect, due to how these are likely to have been made, they do command quite a high price. And again, this will really only put them into the realms of the people that genuinely need these for convenience or their job. Because these are around at the time of writing on the Multipick website. writing at the time of filming, €349, which is around £296.65, or $387 US and 39 cents. So very, very, high price, but within the realms of what you'd expect for, like I said, a low volume product with very high manufacturing costs. But it does put it outside of the grasp of the curious and the collectors, and maybe even some of the pen testers out there and hackers who might be interested in these as curios. But nevertheless, they are undeniably well made items that definitely work, and for the people that do want something like this and is worth that investment, they will certainly work for them. Personally, this is only my view on these, is they're just, for me, they're super fun. They're a great talking point. They're something which I've wanted to play around with ever since I knew about the TSA key hack or leak. So I'm super stoked to have been given the opportunity to play around with these keys. But aside from the educational point of view and me making these videos, even I wouldn't necessarily need a set of these, but they are super, super cool. Let me know what you think in the comments. What do you think to these keys? Can you think of anybody that would want these, or genuinely would need these outside of the use cases that I've already given? Let me know in the comments. I'll read them all, reply to as many as I can. If you like this video, leave a like. If you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing. It really helps my channel out. And of course, I will see you all next time.